Christian, what's step one in trying to put last night aside, knowing you've got a playoff game Saturday, short week, all the things that just go through emotionally aside from the physical part?
Yeah, I feel like for me, and most of the guys, we've already put it aside. It's a short week already, so you got a little quicker than the 24-hour rule. It's like the 12-hour rule, and we got to get prepared, for this new season that we got. The regular season's behind us, and I'm excited for what's ahead now. We've done what we needed to do to earn, playoff football, bonus football. So now we're just looking at what's ahead. So. That's the mindset we're taking. That's the mindset I'm taking. That's the approach we're looking. That's how we're looking at it, and that's how we're going to approach it.
You've had some defensive end reps throughout the course of your career. You had, I believe, a couple last night. You think more's to come with the injury situation you guys have had?
I don't know, but if I'm ever asked to do anything, I'm a team guy. So whatever's asked of me, I will happily do. So yeah.
When you're out there, what's your approach? How are things different for you from a player perspective when you're taking on a tackle instead of a guard?
Well, luckily for us, we work on a lot of different techniques, and doing different things, and you get a lot of reps throughout the course of a season. So you do have a lot of bank reps, but in a lot of ways, three techniques like playing a five technique, or it's just a little more space, so just like a little different. So, but yeah.
Christian, I don't know if you've looked at the weather forecast for Kansas City this weekend, but I think they said it might be a low of 0. As a guy who's like big on routine, does that change anything for you in terms of making sure you're ready for the weather and staying warm?
No, pretty much my approach is always the same no matter what. That's why I structure my routine that way, so I'm good to go regardless. But that'll be fun. I don't think I've ever played in anything that cold or that type of weather, so it'll be exciting. That's football weather, and it's playoff time, so let's go.
No sleeves though.
No sleeves.
I was going to say you're from the Northeast, so you've seen some cold temperatures, but not that cold.
I don't think quite that cold, but I've been a part of some cold games and some cold weather, but that'll be a little different, but it'll be exciting.
A minute ago, you used the words, "We've done what we needed to do in order to earn playoff berth," but obviously you could have earned a lot more than what you did, including a home game.
Mm-hmm.
So, how much is there a sense of what could have been, or meat left on the bone, whatever phrase you want to use?
That's one way to look at it, but regardless, you're wherever you end up or how it ends or how things are shaped up, you're in the tournament. You know what I mean? And everyone has a chance. You know what I mean? So regardless of where you're playing on the road, a lot of the teams you end up having to face, you would face regardless at some point if you're trying to do something big, and you're going to play good teams down the road, and you're going to have to play all the teams, you know what I mean? So not really looking at it like that. It is what it is. We've got what we earned, and now we're looking ahead.
You have your hand wrapped? Did you come out of the game okay?
Yep.
What did it happen on?
I'm fine.
You guys, I think, were able to hold the Chiefs scoreless in the second half the last time you faced them.
Mm-hmm.
What do you remember about kind of what you guys were able to do in that second half that you could potentially take into this game?
Yeah, I just remembered we were able to make some adjustments, kind of see how they were attacking us early, make some adjustments. It's kind of just pretty standard throughout the course of a game. But they're a very good football team. They have a very good offense, so we'll have to bring it. We'll have to play some good defense, to put ourselves in a good position to try and win this thing. But they're a very good team, and looking forward to the challenge.
What was the back and forth like with Josh Allen yesterday? You got him for that strip sack. I know he had his moments, and how does that prepare a team for what's ahead in the playoffs?
Just that. They're a good team, and we'll see more good teams down the road, and and this starting with this weekend. So, obviously different things schematically, different players and stuff like that, but just really preparing for big time football against big time opponents.
Looking for the ball the whole time, or was it sort of a look what I found kind of moment?
Nah, come on, I'm smooth with it. It just happened the way it did, and it was all part of it. It was how it was scripted. Yeah.
You guys have been in this role of facing these elite quarterbacks, and Dak and Lamar, Josh, now Patrick. What is the preparation like for each differently, and when you're going to face a guy like Patrick Mahomes in a setting like this?
Yeah, each guy does a little something different. So there might be little things here or there. Or there might be little things schematically or game plan wise. I don't really know exactly what those would be, but it's all. I mean, you just prepare as best you can. Just try to accomplish the game plan as best you can, and do it and play as hard as you can, and look up at the end.
Christian, two habits that I wanted to ask you about yourself. The national anthem. You run out at Land of the Free, Home of the Brave, right? You run out. Where does that come from, and why do you do it?
Why are you watching me so much? That's the bigger question. Don't watch me. Nah. But again, I'm a routine guy. That's just what I do. It's just part of, I actually love the national anthem. It's like a time to just kind of like lock in. Like that's really like my favorite part of like getting ready for the game, because that's when it's like all the emotions and the energy is at its peak, and it's just a good time, and I'm just ready to go there. But yeah, that's just always kind of what I've done, and it's just my thing. Now, what's your second question?
Well, I told you about this one day in the locker room, but
Yeah.
So where does that come from?
Again, yeah. Stop watching me. It just, let me do my thing. Let me just do my weird little quirks and my little things that I got. I'm a routine guy. There's no, it just is what it is. I got my little things. I got my little reasons. I'm not gonna share them per se, but once I do something, or like once I get in a little groove or a routine, that's just what it is.
Always notice people's little routines. I look at people.
Well, watch somebody else next time. See what someone else is doing.
You 9 sacks you finished the regular season with, the strip sack, and big game end of the year. Have you done everything you think was asked of you going into a contract situation?
I mean, again, I haven't, but this was all honesty, I haven't thought about that at all. I just try to play as hard as I can for my guys, for my teammates, and for this organization. I love this organization so much, and people around, my teammates, all that. I just think about being who I've been since day one coming in here, and none of that, and that doesn't change. I always approach the game the same way, and, it doesn't really matter. So, I'm focused on what's coming up this week, and, doing it again, and, this brand new season that we have being the postseason, so.
With that in mind, you guys are human. Obviously, you're not going to make excuses, but you look around, guys just dropping like flies. A lot of key players in this team have gone down. Do you at any moment, as you are in this stretch, just look and say, man, what is going on? We just can't catch a break?
No, not really, because, every team has their things they're dealing with, and, and luckily for us, we got a lot of guys who been around for a long time and with the team and been preparing the right way, and we do have a lot of luxuries. As tough as some of the injuries been, we got a lot of guys who can step up and play good ball. And, like I said, been in the meeting rooms and preparing and, learning the same stuff. So you don't really think about that. You could bring attention to it if you want, but I'm not going to make an excuse for anything. So whoever's up, whoever's numbers being called, they got to perform the best of their abilities.